Bismillahirrahmanirrahim and Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to discuss another poem from Pakistani literature. The title of this poem is Laburnum Tree and it is written by a poetess. The name of the poetess is Maki Kureishi. Now this poem in detail or on the surface level talks about the tree of laburnum. That before the month of April, this tree is lifeless. This tree is having a bad condition. This tree does not have the bloom, the wings and the feathers, and especially the branches particularly. These branches are not able to support any kind of bird or parrot or sparrows. So that is why even the birds, they don't come and perch on the branches of this tree. Similarly, the color is very dull and it is not attractive to the eyes. So this tells us that the image of the laburnum tree before the month of April is quite in a bad shape, and it is not something that could attract a human being as well as sparrows. But after the month of April, when it is in full bloom, then it gives shelter to the birds. It is attractive to the bird. The birds come and perch on the branches of this tree, and as a whole, this tree seems altogether a different being. It is not the tree which was in the April or before the April, but after the month of April, it has a new life. It has a new way of life. It has a new way of thinking ahead. It has a new way of moving ahead. So this is a different. There is a difference between the stage before April when it is like autumn, and then after the April when it is spring. So both the seasons are very different for a laburnum tree. This is the short summary of this poem. Now coming towards the analysis of this poem, it is an important poem in which the poetess is trying to depict the image of a Pakistani writer, a poet or a particular writer, means a writer of any particular genre. She is trying to tell us that when the Pakistani writers, they start writing, they have the problem of identity crisis, because they are not easily accepted in the world of literature or in the world of writings or in the world of books. They are not recognized, because if they are producing their own narratives of depicting Pakistani society, Pakistani culture, Pakistani way of thinking, so obviously the readers basically inside Pakistan are less, and outside Pakistan there are very less people who are attracted or who are interested in reading about Pakistan. So this makes Pakistani writers fall into the problem or into the crisis of identity crisis. But then if they persist to write, if they continue to write for the same cause, to depict Pakistani culture, to depict Pakistani society, to depict a brighter and a good image of Pakistan, and if they continue to do so, so a time comes when they are recognized widely, and then they have a name in the world. The world gets to know them because they continue to show their skills, and slowly and gradually they come to the horizon of the literature. And this is how a Pakistani writer should act as well. That in the start, he will have problems, he will have issues, he will have so many other things related to this, because he will not be recognized in terms of finances, in terms of recognition, even in terms of publishing his book. There will be a lot of difficulties. But if he or she continues to write, the time will come that he or she will be recognized in the whole world, and then whole world will look towards him or her to take inspiration from. So identity crisis is a very common phenomena in all the colonized world, in all the colonized regions, because to come out of that colonial mind and to accept that mind and the past, and then developing their own identity and a new way, in a new shape, is always difficult. But once the identity is shaped, once the recognition is done, then the sky is the limit. I hope this short lecture will explain this poem in a very good way. If there is any question, you can put it into the comment box. Thank you very much, and Allah Hafiz.